Now let's go through the specific color selections in my black, I should say blue, black, green Infect Minicube. In this video, I think I'm going to focus only on the blue cards, and then I'll make a video for each one of the colors. So this is video 1 of 3 for the colors themselves. I think I have 2 videos before this that were the artifacts. Okay, so Blighted Agent is your smallest creature with Infect. Actually, let me do it this way. That way I don't have to. I can just go through them like this. There we go. So this is Blighted Agent. It's a 2-drop, 1/1. It's unblockable, but it does not have flying, even though it's blue. So it is unblockable, but it's a great creature to give flying to, and it has Infect. Okay. Then next one is Viral Drake. It's got flying. Sorry, I keep going off the viewer. Actually, I should move these up so that as soon as I pick them up, they're already at the right height. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. Now we're in business. It's got Infect and it's got flying. It's a 4/1/4, but when you pay 4 and you can pay 4 more than once, okay, so it's a repeatable effect, you can proliferate. So you can add a counter of any type to any number of players. So you can do your counters or you can do your opponent's counters. If you wanted to play commander with it, you can do it on all the players at the table, and you can pick the counters that you want to increase by 1. You can do this to planeswalkers, I believe. Okay. And if you disagree with anything I say, I'm sure you're right. Why don't you leave it in the comments? Chained Throatseeker is a 6/5/5 with Infect, and it cannot attack unless defending player is poisoned. Which means that unimpeded, this is a 2-turn clock. Of course, again, like I've said before in other videos, this would be in a very casual environment. I don't think any Infect creature over 2-drop is included in the competitive Infect deck. Ghost Form is great because for a 2-drop, this is from Avacyn Restored. One of them is foil. I think, are both foil? No, not foil, foil, both sleeved. Up to 2 target creatures become unblockable this turn. This is great because you want to hit to the player himself, herself, itself, themselves. Okay, here's one of those classic great spells from the old sets, from the old core sets. That's a Preordain. You play 1, you scry for 2, and then you draw a card. That's great. Your standard divination toolbox. Draw cards. Nothing wrong with that. Index. Filter your deck. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put them back in any order. Sleep. Tap all creatures target player controls and they don't untap. That's great. That can be, in Infect, that can be a game winner as a 4-drop. You tap all your opponent's creatures. You have enough to either give the final 10, to get to 10 or to do 10 in one turn. And Pikachu approves. Okay. Put Pikachu right here so he can have a better view of the cards. Yeah, right there, right there. Okay, Mitotic Manipulation. It's a 3-drop, and it's a sorcery. So you look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may put one of those cards onto the battlefield if it has the same name as a permanent. So if you already have a card like that one, you get to drop another one on the battlefield. That can be really good. And put the rest at the bottom of your library. Of course, if you have spell bombs and you look at the top 7 cards, you're putting 6 cards at the bottom of your library, you may want to recover those. And so a spellbound will let you shuffle your library. I think, at least the green one. Standard, casual, counter spells. You're playing blue, so you want to do blue things in blue. Again, you want to be tapping, because when you tap, you can win with Infect very easily. Oh, sorry, Pikachu. Let's put you over here so you have a better view, an even better view. Okay, 4 Vapor Snags. So you can return target creature to its owner's hand for 1, and it's an instant. Pretty good if you're facing somebody, your opponent about to hit you with the last Infect counters to lose the game. Turn the Tide. Creatures your opponent's control get -2, -0. I really like the plural, your opponent and not target opponent. That means that you can even use this cube to make some kind of a brawl or commander deck, and this would affect everybody in a multiplayer setting. Okay. Psychic Barrier. You counter a target spell and its controller loses 1 life. Target creature spell, and it's an instant. Creature. Okay, so there's your 2 Forbidden Alchemies, and it's a way to look at the top 4 cards of your library, and you get 1 of them to your hand and the rest in your graveyard. I'm not sure this is so good here. I'm not sure I put anything. We'll see when we get to black if I put anything to fish things out of the graveyard. If I didn't, this is not the right inclusion in this cube. And I'm sure I'll get to review all these cards in time and maybe add and subtract to make the cube better. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. It's an instant. Okay. 4 Stoic Rebuttals. What does it do? It's got Metalcraft, so it costs 1 less to cast if you control 3 or more artifacts, which you can if you build a deck out of this cube. And that means it's just a straight old counter spell if you have that. That's really nice. Of course, today that would be like a mythic rare effect, but I think in this blog it was just a common. Yeah, it's just a common. Turn aside for 1. You can counter a target spell that targets a permanent you control. Yeah, so especially if you're trying to take out one of your creatures, that's pretty good. Steel Sabotage, 3 of them. And you get to choose 1. You counter a target artifact spell, or you return target artifact to its owner's hand. And I really like the name, Steel Sabotage. It's a great name. Halt Order. Counter a target artifact spell and you draw a card for 3. And it's an instant. Be on the lookout for instants because you can use them anytime. Blue Sun Zenith. It's an X3 blue. Target player draws X cards, and you shuffle Blue Sun's Zenith into its owner's library. That's nice. This is one of those cards that gets you to shuffle if you're putting really good stuff at the bottom of your deck. Corrupted Resolve. Counter target spell if its controller is poisoned for 2, and it's an instant. Definitely something that could only work well in this Minicube. Then I put in 2 Spectral Prisons, 1 foil, 1 not. Enchant creature, and it doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. And when the enchanted creature becomes the target of a spell, you sacrifice this card. That's fine. It's got an out that makes it less powerful, but that's still pretty good. Again, tapping when you're playing Infect is really, really good because you don't want to be blocked when you're playing Infect. You want to be unblockable. You want to go right through, because that's how you win your game. Dissipation Field, which I have played, and a really cool deck I played in MTGO with Jace the Mind Sculptor. It was a lot of fun. A blue-green deck with Devotion to, I think I went for Devotion to blue. Yeah, I did. I mean, look at this. Once you set this up, whenever a permanent deals damage to you, return it to its owner's hand. That's really nice. Now, I'm not sure it's nice in an Infect versus Infect play, because then you already got the counters hit on you anyway, so you're not preventing the Infect counters from hitting you. Of course, Aqueous Form makes your creatures unblockable. That's really good from Theros. Okay, and when the creature attacks, you scry. And then I've got Corrupted Conscience, a 5-drop. You control enchanted creature, and it has Infect. That's pretty good. Again, in a little cube. And we'll end with this little guy, Psychic Surgery, 2-drop. Whenever an opponent shuffles his or her library, you may look at the top 2 cards of that library. You may exile one of those cards, then put the rest on top of that library in any order. Not bad.